Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Modesty33 here, aka Chris with the C, back at you with another video. But if you're new to my channel, you just happen to click on welcome. So I've been on a little hiatus, but I'm gonna try to start putting out more content, filming videos. And one of the videos I wanted to kind of reintroduce or start back with is essentially a review of a bag that I've been using consistently for the past 6 months since I got it, and it's none other than this bag right here, which is my Hermes Picotin Lock 18 in the Tyrolean Maurice leather. Color is 88 graphite, hardware is gold. As you can see here, this was purchased from the Hermes boutique directly on January the 6th of this year, 2023. Quick backstory, essentially, I did get a text from a sales associate at the Hermes boutique here in Houston on January 5th, like it was around 5 p.m. And she reached out to me and she said, "Hey, I heard you were looking for Hermes Picotin Lock 18. I responded to her. She said she had one and she told me the color. I had put it in as far as a wish list or request into the boutique for a variety of different colors that I wanted the Hermes Picotin Lock 18 in, including like Grease Meyer, Grease Asphalt, Etoupe, Etane, you know, pretty much like the grays essentially, and I wanted gold hardware. So that was kind of like my generalized request when I did request this bag from the boutique, and I was trying to develop kind of a relationship with a sales associate, but it wasn't necessarily working out because I don't really purchase a whole lot from the boutique. So before I got this bag offer, most of my purchases were like lip oils, lipsticks, and then I also purchased a Bastia in the color like Rose Poupre. So those, you know, that's the entirety of my purchase history from the Hermes boutique. But before I was offered this bag. So yeah, I did pick this bag up on January 6th, and you guys, I have been using this bag ever since. So this is a true like 6-month review as of me filming. Today's like Sunday, July 9th, I think. So I have given this bag a few days break, probably like 7 days break in the past 6 months, only because I got another Hermes bag, which that video will probably come out before this one. But yeah, I did get another Hermes bag, pre-loved. And so I have been using that one intermittently, but I pretty much rotate between the two bags, and this one has gotten the majority of the use in the past 6 months. Now I must say, as far as like pros and cons of this bag, one of the pros, I feel like the biggest pro of this bag since I've been using it has been, I don't know, the color combination, because it is a neutral. This is like a dark gray, more, it was described by the sales associate as like a charcoal gray. So it is like a dark gray, but I find it to be like a neutral. And so I did buy this twilly with the bag, but there's also another twilly that I have on my other Hermes bag that I purchased with it that kind of brightens the bag up a little bit. This one kind of like plays into the deeper colors. I believe the 88 graphite is composed of like black, blue, and gray. So a combination of the 3 colors composes the 88 graphite color. I think it looks very beautiful with the gold contrast, because this gold to me almost pulls like a little bit of a rose gold in certain lights. So I really like that, but I just find the bag to be like very neutral, so it goes with practically everything that I wear. And even if it does not make it go, so that doesn't really matter to me. Sometimes I'll wear it without the twilly and just kind of wear it plain. If I'm wearing like an outfit, like say if I was wearing like this polka dot and I'm wearing like white pants, I probably would have worn this bag without the twilly and just worn it, you know, today with me plain, and that's how I would have made it work. So I just feel like the color is the biggest pro. It just works with practically everything, and if it does not make it work, because I love the bag so much. Another pro of this bag is the functionality of it. This is the size 18, and probably the 2 most popular sizes in the Picotin Lock bag are the 18 and the 22. I went with the 18 because, like, watching videos and comparisons, a lot of people were saying that the 22 was more likely to lose its structure sooner than the 18 because it was more leather. So, and then the 18 was a very like versatile bag where you could wear it day or you could wear it night. So I really was looking at it from that perspective. And then two, I felt like from watching the review videos that pretty much everything that I needed would fit into the size 18, and I was right. It fits a lot of items on a daily basis, as far as like it fits all of my essentials. You know, except for like one thing that doesn't fit in here that I wish did would be my Apple iPad mini. It can fit in here, but it is a little bit taller than the top of the bag. And I can fit it in kind of like sideways, but it will kind of like do something as far as the like structure of the bag. It kind of contorts the bag a little bit, so it doesn't really fit. But if I really wanted to, I could put it in here. Either it would poke out a little bit from the top because it's a little bit taller, or I could actually put it sideways as well, but it would take up quite a bit of space. So that's the only item that like I would take to church with me typically, and it would not fit in this bag. So that would be the only con as far as like capacity, and as far as I'm concerned, is that my iPad mini doesn't fit seamlessly in here, but otherwise everything else does. So I really do like the capacity of the bag. The structure of the bag. This bag is in the Tyrolean Maurice leather, which is different than most other Picotins, which are typically in the Tyrolean Clemence leather. Clemence has bigger grains than this Maurice leather here. And this one actually has quite a bit more structure. So this bag was like $100 more at the time that I purchased it than it would have been for the Tyrolean Clemence leather. So that's another thing that I really like. And I didn't actually know that until I got the bag home and I looked at the receipt and I looked up the leather, that, you know, it is actually more structured. And that's why after 6 months of continuous use, the bag still is very structured. It's not sloping or sloppy at all. If you look at some of the bags on the pre-loved market, you'll see how they look when they're kind of used and worn in, but this one has been heavily used exclusively for the past 6 months. There's only a few other bags I've used in my collection, mainly like my Lululemon belt bags. If I'm going on walks, like I wouldn't take this, or I wore my Chanel wallet on chain for one day this year when I went out to a friend's birthday party, just to be a little bit more dressy. And then two, yeah, like my other Hermes bag that I recently purchased the beginning of last month. So I have been intermittently using that bag as well. So those are the only other bags that I've used. So this one, yeah, I've not gone out of completely in the past 6 months since buying it. So it's been, yeah, practically my only bag that I've used this year. And I'm very impressed with the bag. The other thing that's very impressive to me, and to me as a pro about this bag, is despite all of the use, it has very minimal wear. Like this bag looks like I just took it out of the box, to be honest. And I'll probably insert some like close-ups of the actual wear on the bag, which is only in a few spots, to be honest. And that's mainly like these corners here where you will like scuff the bag on certain things. So probably won't see it, but I'll insert the video. But yeah, there's like a scuff here. Also like, yeah, like a scuff right here. The bottom feet are a bit scuffed as well, but that's where you set the bag down. You can see there's kind of like a little mark here. But yeah, the back looks the same. And this bag has been rained on. It does have like, yeah, a little bit of veining here. It has been rained on, and pretty much when it has been rained on, I just kind of pat it dry and all of the marks disappear. But yeah, this is what the bag looks like. And the handles, they still pretty much stand up straight. They do slope over a little bit, but so I can tell that yes, the bag is very worn in because of these straps, how they start to slope over a little bit now. But otherwise, they still are pretty, they're still pretty solid in my opinion. And then as far as the lock, there are some scratches, like superficial scratches on this lock, as you would expect, just because again, it is hardware. So in the interior, I do have a bag organizer that I purchased from like Samorga. I'll have my wallet in here too. But I have like this bag organizer that I purchased through Samorga. So yeah, the interior of the bag is actually clean because of the organizer. So yeah, and the organizer just fits very seamlessly in here. So let me take that out real quick so you guys can see. Like, even with me, I have this organizer again, but even taking the organizer out, the bag still has the same structure. So it's not the organizer that's giving it structure, it's literally just the leather and the composition of the bag. But yeah, the only area where it does have the logo is at the bottom, where yeah, it says Hermes Paris, made in France at the bottom here. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, that's the only place where there is an actual logo. So that's another pro to me about the bag, is that no one asks me about this bag. People will comment that, oh, it's a pretty bag, but they don't necessarily know it's Hermes unless you know Hermes, or unless you see that I'm wearing this twilly and it says Hermes on it. But other than that, like, you just think it's a pretty bucket bag. So I really like that about it too, that it's very understated, so I can take it more places and feel more comfortable. Also, the other thing is too, it holds up well against rain. Again, I have been rained on, like in a tradition, like in a like downpour I've been in with this bag, and it did not stain the bag or the leather in any way. It's very easy to get in and out of, so the functionality and use of it is quite nice. And then when I put my items inside, you know, it's not that deep to where I have to dig all the way down to get my items. I could pretty much see all my items at a glance when I do put them in, especially like with them being in the organizer. So yeah, like, those are the pros. Again, as far as the cons, I would say a con for a person, you know, considering this bag, would be the fact that you can only carry it like top handle or crook of the arm. However, with the twilly, one of the things you can do, and one of the things I have done in the past, is I have tied the twilly, like, I've tied the twilly to both of the straps and kind of used the twilly as like an additional strap to the bag. And when I've done that, like if I've ever needed to put it on the shoulder for any reason, I've done that as like a temporary fix. So that's something you can do if you do get a twilly, or if you just have a random twilly lying around, you can use it as like a supplemental strap in case of emergency. So yeah, that would be the only thing. I thought that actually that would annoy me and be a con for me, but it's not. I really like the top handle and the crook of the arm carry. But yeah, just in general, that might be a con for some people. Let's see, this middle piece might be a con as far as like getting in and out of the bag, because usually when I get it in the bag, I do go in through either of the sides. I'm used to that, so it doesn't bother me, but it might bother, you know, a person if they weren't used to that, but I quickly adjusted to that. If you carry more items, you might want to consider the size 22. I definitely am on the waiting list for a size 22. And really for me, the 22 would just allow me to actually just carry my iPad mini more comfortably, but and additional items as well. So today I was actually thinking about, I am, like I said, on the waiting list for a 22, but I'm thinking about maybe the cargo Picotin, the limited edition one. I actually like the functionality of that one. And I think especially in the size 22, it would still be structured like this one, but it would just be like more, I don't know, just, yeah, like functional as far as like the outside pockets and all of that. I think that would be maybe a really cool and different type of look, as opposed to getting another leather Picotin like this one that would probably most likely be in the Clemence leather and be like slouchy, which that's a look and a vibe as well. But I was actually thinking about that today, about if they have like a Picotin cargo 22. So anyway, so that's like my 6-month review of this bag, like completely using it for 6 months. I absolutely love it. It is my favorite bag in my collection, probably my favorite bag I've ever owned. I don't know, it's just the season that I'm in, I guess. I waited like a whole year to get this bag. I didn't buy any bags in 2022 because I really wanted this one. This was the only one that I wanted at the time. When I got it at the beginning of this year, I have used it nonstop. So yes, it is absolutely my favorite bag. I think I have done like a what's in my bag with this bag. But if you have any questions and you want me to do another one, I'm happy to do that. I just didn't want the video to be too long. I filmed this video a couple times, but you know, trying to keep it a little bit more concise. But yeah, not too many cons with the bag. A lot of pros for me. Again, my absolute favorite bag. I just think it's the cutest thing. And again, I'm super impressed for how it looks with 6 months worth of wear. You guys, it looks like I practically just took it out of the box. So anyway, if you have any questions, comment below. And guys, if you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed this review, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with anyone who likes this type of content. And before you leave, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Do that by hitting the red button below and the bell next to it so you're notified when I do upload future videos. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.